Good morning, everybody. This is Ying Yang with Morsels of a Thought number 1127. And it is, oh gosh, I'm a little late. It is 5:30? No, it's 5:21. I'm 11 minutes late. I'm sorry. I wanted to talk about truth and consequences today because I have found that today's a Friday focus, by the way. It is February 2nd. I have a big day ahead of me, and I just finally got ready. I'm trying some new lighting, and I'm holding the light way farther back than I was holding it before to see if I can get a better glow. And let's see. Okay. When you say something on social media, you do not realize how painful it is or the consequences it can have. It can leave a mark because we are all human. We all have emotions. Wendy Renard. Wendy Renard. Wendie. Now, I want to say something about the truth and consequences because when you have a choice between the truth and not the truth, you're always going to have different consequences. And I have found that in my example of life, I was proud to have taken the consequences despite having severe consequences. If I had had a C minus in a C plus instead of a C minus, or a straight grade instead of a minus, I would have stayed in to the university and I would have graduated, but the truth would not have been that I got the C straight grade or C plus. My actual transcript grade was a big cry for help. And when I wound up this way, I wound up with a clean conscience. A clean conscience. Now that's really hard to do. Like, for example, there's a big film out right now, Oppenheimer, and there were stories about he developed throat cancer. He died at 62. He had a humiliation of being the person who made the atom bomb possible, and uh, that bomb was dropped. There were two kinds of atom bombs. One was dropped on Nagasaki, and the other was dropped on Hiroshima, and it essentially ended the war in World War II. And the consequences of his actions made it so that there was so much death and destruction. So he did feel the consequences that were detrimental to his own life. However, people could argue that if he hadn't done that, we would have had far worse consequences from that particular war. But I'm getting away from myself. That's a big one. I'm talking about myself, which is that had I had a straight grade instead of a minus, or if I'd had a plus instead of a straight grade, I would have wound up with 3 extra grade points, and those would have put me over the cusp. However, I was given a piece of paper to take to the office, and I could have put a plus where there was a minus, and I would have wound up with 6 grade points extra, or 2 grade points and 4 whatever it was. Uh, I would not have had. I would not have graduated with a clean conscience. Everything I had would have been sullied by the conscience. So that's my message for today. I want to give us a few more quotes. There aren't very many. I couldn't find the one that I first got, and it looks like it's kind of gone. Verifying you are human, says Brainy quote. Never mind. It says verifying you are human. Connection may take a while. Oh, here it is. Okay, finally. It says connection is secure. When anger rises, think of the consequences. And that's by Confucius. Now, when my anger rises, I don't think of the consequences. And that's the thing that we need to learn. That's the quote that I was looking for today and wanted to say, because Anger and prudence are two different reasons we can get different consequences. And we want to control the anger, and we want to be consistently aware of the prudence of our actions. Um, had I done what I would have done, if I had used the cheating method and gotten out of college like some of my friends did, um, I wouldn't be able to say anything for them, but I would have wound up miserable because I would have married the first guy that had the same credentials as me, but I would never have trusted him. Think about it that way. I would never have trusted him. I would have thought, I wonder if he cheated. I wonder if he cheated. But since I didn't cheat, I don't think of it that way. I don't say, well, did he cheat? If he cheated, I would never have married him. I'm thinking of this guy that I dated for 9 years, and I've told you all about him, and he's gone, thank goodness. So, my consequences in my life, you guys all know already. I'm very free, and that's all I wanted to say today. I can't find a way to see comments yet, so I'll say good morning, Liz Rose Cantara, John Clark, Marty Blue, Rachel Flax, John Jones. I want to say Andrew, but I can't because I can't remember your last name. So we'll talk about it later, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a rules day, and I hope you guys have remember when anger rises, think of the consequences. That's by Confucius. Okay, old Kinderhook.